Grab your boards. Welcome all surfers to Wavvy's Atlantic Ocean. Surf, 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 baby. You wanna surf on the title, Wavy? Yeah. Twerk, baby. For certain, she moving so perfect. Surf, baby. You wanna surf on the title, Wavy? Twerk, baby. I'm loving the way that you surf it.
All my niggas, they gangbang, and all these niggas do the same thing. Counting money, living insane. Steady mobbing, let my flag hang. Told them I'm ready. I'm throwing them monster like Randy. I know that these niggas can't stand me, but the automatic come in handy.
Yo, you already know it's ATM Wavy, aka Mr. OMG, and you know it's me in this Wavy's world. Salute to all the surfers for pulling up. You already know it's another Surfing Nation situation. You feel me? Alright, we about to hit that wave cave. Yo, you already know we in that good old wave cave. Salute to all of you, the surfers, for pulling up. You know I appreciate it, and I hope everybody is doing well mentally and physically. You know what I'm saying? Because life is real. Word. So with that being said, this is a pretty lengthy video we're going to cover, you know what I'm saying? If y'all like it, I hope y'all like it. And if you do, hit that like, hit the comment section, and hit that sub. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all of that. Word. So we about to get rocking and rolling. So the subject we're going to be covering today is off of the Wack100 and the Adam show, Adam and Wack show. So it's been recent back and forth between Ant Jefe and Wack100, right? So it all stems from a situation that occurred on Martin Luther King Day out there in Los Angeles, all right? So the situation that occurred, before I play the clip here, I know I got a clip, but the situation that occurred basically is the homies, talking about the Bloods, I mean, from different sets, basically went out lurking, you know, to find some Crips. From my understanding, it was some rolling 40s, and you know, they got active, you feel me? So Ant covered it, and when Ant covered it, it started something, you know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, a couple other channels were speaking about it too, but when Ant covered it, this dude from Skyline Peru by the name of Bumpy, who I'm familiar with way before this happened, you know what I'm saying? But dude by the name of Bumpy, who was one of Wack100's people, had something to say about it, and now here we go, you know what I'm saying? So it done started things all the way up to the fact of the last thing I heard was Ant saying how he ain't really trying to keep going back and forth, you know what I mean? But Wack want that fade, you know what I'm saying? He could come get that. And also saying things about Bumpy, saying he ain't from Skyline and all that he used to be, but he stopped banging. You know what I mean? It was things said. So now we come to the current situation where Wack basically gonna break down how everything played out. But during this breakdown, he also take a few shots at Brazy. You know what I'm saying? He did mention something about that dude Flock Two Ball, whatever his name is, the young kid. You know what I'm saying? But I don't believe I kept that inside the clip. But he did mention, just so y'all know, during that interview, he spoke on him and saying how basically he got something for him too. You feel me? But he brought up Spoety face. You know what I'm saying? And the comment that he made in reference to Spoety face, I left that in there because that's something that could stir up things, you feel me? Especially if it turned out to be true. All right. So I just gave y'all the gist of it real quick. This clip is about 17 minutes or so. You know what I mean? So if y'all at work right now or doing something right now, you know what I mean? You let this whole thing rock out, audio, you know, all that. And hopefully I help y'all kill some time. You know what I mean? So we're going to go ahead. We're going to run the clip. And after the clip, we'll get back to this.
Oh, okay, I feel like I have to open the door for you to speak on this.
What?
Tell me where things went wrong with the Ant Jefe situation.
Well, you know, Adam, listen, you know this better than me. A lot of these dudes, they play the role like they one way. I'm good at playing the role. I sit back and watch and I wait to see when they're gonna want to go bad. And usually when shit slows down and they need something to talk about, use Wack's name. Bumpy, who's from Skyline Power, who's from San Diego, is going crazy on Ant Jefe.
Okay.
I come in the room. Bro, what y'all talking about? So when he goes to tell me something about Ant Jefe's content, I just listened to Ant Jefe's content, but I didn't know he had dropped a third segment.
With X4, you mean?
No, it wasn't even that one. He was talking about the Martin Luther King thing, right?
Oh, right.
So I listened to the first one or two, whatever it is what it was, right? So as I'm telling Bump, nah, that ain't, he like, nah, you don't know what he just dropped. So when they sent it to me, I wasn't ready for what I read. I'm gonna be real. So it's kind of like my mind is like, okay, well, how do I navigate myself through this without Ant Jefe feeling like I'm on some bullshit? So I gave the room back to the motherfucker that's running the room. I'm texting Ant Jefe telling him, hey bro, they're running the room on you, whatever you. I sent him on the text what they're talking about. I'm giving him warning.
And they were upset because of the way that he covered the MLK parade, in which allegedly all these different blood hoods came together to basically march through Rolling 40's territory and intimidate people. That's the narrative I kind of heard going around.
Here's the problem, right? Here's what I couldn't defend. When you a member, as they like to say it, or a street dude, if it's 3 Bloods and 15 Crips jump out and take off on us, right? And somebody asks us what happened, we may say, niggas rushed us, we got down, they packed us out, that's what we gonna say. But we're gonna say it in a way to where it was a mutual thing, right? His words was crazy.
Ant.
His words were detective, CDC 115-ish, as the police write it up.
But what could he possibly say to add to this, given that he wasn't there and had no direct knowledge of it?
He said...
He's just reacting to the clips.
He said the Bloods, right, bonded together.
That's what everybody's saying.
And then he started to name different blood sets.
Right.
To go and attack the Crips. That you can write some shit like that. Now what you did was made the Crips look like they victims, which I don't know no Crips, no Keyways. I don't give a what happened to them. Ever gonna say we got attacked by the Bloods. See, at that point in time, now you got victim and you got the aggressors, right? And that ain't how we format shit. We just gonna say we got down, we squabbled up, niggas tried to pack us out, but it's gonna be in a way where either side is not saying, look what y'all did to us, or we're victims. I've never seen a street dude write like that and say, the Bloods bonded together to go down to whatever, to attack the Crips. So this is
what
what
they did. Like, it's not like he predicted that. That's actually what you saw in the video.
All I know is a squabble. All this, who went to attack, we don't talk like that. We don't use that terminology. Any Crip, real Crip is never gonna say we got attacked by anybody.
But he's talking about other Crips.
He's a Crip.
He ain't that kind of Crip.
So you saying he was saying it to discredit those Crips?
No, I'm just saying he was talking about those Crips from that neighborhood. He's describing what he's seen in the video. We all seen the video. That's pretty much what happened, right?
No, I just seen motherfuckers squabbling up.
Yeah, but I mean,
I ain't seen nobody get attacked.
But LA dudes know what neighborhood these dudes are from, and they know what neighborhood they're in. And so they know that this is a bunch of Bloods going to a famous Crip neighborhood, and
so now
outnumbering motherfuckers, and for sure like being more organized.
But I'm saying, how do we know people's outnumbered? You in their neighborhood.
It seemed like they had a giant crew of like 100+ dudes.
Man, it seemed to me like it was just a squabble, a mutual squabble. Listen, for one, as a Damu, I'm never gonna be like, the Crips got together, bonded together, this hood, identify the hoods and say, they came to attack us. No.
I just don't think that information would ever be useful to law enforcement.
You crazy as a motherfucker. Because he says he's a real street nigga.
Imagine the cops being like, well, Exhibit A, Ant Jefe's YouTube channel, a guy who wasn't there, had no direct knowledge of it, who was just kind of describing what he saw on a clip filmed on a phone.
But yet they're saying people got stabbed and all kind of shit. So when you start hearing that type of shit, you kind of stay away from that type of shit. You don't go in there and be like, and again, Bumpy was running the content. When he said it, Adam, you know when I'm on some shit, I'd have went in. You didn't hear me go in until the next day after this bozo goes and say, yeah, Wack's behind this. Motherfucker, if I'm gonna run content on the motherfucker, I'm gonna run it. He had already been in the room 45 minutes to an hour. I'm out running around with R&B. I forgot what the hell we was doing. We was in some meetings and shit. I didn't even know what was going on, but my phone is going off. They like, Wack, we know you with that Bumpy on some bullshit. I texted nigga and told him, hey, bro, dude in my room, boom, boom, boom. He running this with, I can show you on my phone what I told the nigga. But I just think people been in his ear so long with watch Wack this. Look, bro, at the end of the day, I know dude through 600. I interviewed him up here at No Jumper. And, you know, he was all right with me. I ain't got no motherfucking issues with his neighborhood. They ain't did nothing directly to mine. So, you know, it just was what it was. It wasn't one of them things where he one of them dudes where I'm doing business with and shit like that. But he used to always tell me, you know, yeah, people telling me, and I'm telling myself, it's nothing I can gain from you, bro. A lot of these, you know, respectfully, bro, like respectfully.
But you run content on a lot of people that you don't really have anything to gain from.
No, I read what's in the media. You see what I'm saying?
But this wasn't really in the media. You guys kind of elevated Ant to being the main character in this.
Because you mean, I didn't know it fucking existed until I go in the room and I told him, yo, send me what you talking about.
But your Clubhouse buddies doing content on someone doesn't usually like make it rise to the occasion of everybody talking about it. But when you start posting about it a bunch, obviously that's
No, I didn't do that till the next day when he started accusing me of being the one. Look, nigga, I'm sending it to him. It's Ant Jefe. I'm telling him. Hey, look, bro, they running cut. This is what they talking about. I'm telling him. He wrote this shit. It's written. He didn't say it. I'm telling the nigga, right? He get in his head, probably talking to one of these dummies, right? Because all of them is dummies. I'm just gonna keep all these niggas got half a brain. They stopped in the 5th, 6th grade and shit like that. Then they didn't pump him up. Oh no, it's him. No, nigga, I don't run my rooms. I don't open rooms. I don't come in with titles of the rooms. I don't do shit. On this particular guy, Bumpy, he's an Ant Jefe fan. Right? Like literally, he been following his content day one, I guess. Right? I didn't know what the fuck Ant Jefe was till 600 told me about him or whatever. But he just had a problem. He a homie. Like, bro, he been to the penitentiary, been to the joint. Right? He like, yo, bro, the way he worded this shit is crazy. Which you ask any real Crip, they gonna tell you, yeah, that shit is crazy. Then he says, well, the real Bloods didn't have nothing to do with it. He named Brazy, a nigga that got caught with a 30-38 that he was using for 18 months. Right? I don't know what who they be like identified as that. Right? Maybe the more dumber you are, the more stupider you sound. Right? I'm gonna be real. It's some real gangster homies out there. But just because a motherfucker don't know how to speak proper English or you in jail for some dumb shit, don't give you that. I know a lot of gangsters on the street. I don't know no real gangster who had the same 380 for 18 months putting in work with the same gun. That just lets me know you's a bum on the street, because if you're a reputable on the street, your neighborhood gonna make sure you can swap that out, right? So he's naming names to where maybe them niggas is younger than me.
Gangs provide guns to the members?
I mean, listen, what I'm trying to tell you is, you know,
I gotta hit some up.
Nobody runs around with the same dirty gun that you putting in work with for 18 months. It's just not smart.
Yeah, okay.
Right? So, you know, Brazy is, you know, he's something to laugh at, but again, we laugh at the nigga. We don't, it's nothing to salute this dude about. The nigga in there for a drive-by on a motherfucking hamburger stand.
Wait, who? Brazy?
Yeah, ain't nothing.
Right.
Nigga got double light plus 200.
Right.
Right? I told him that today, bro, you got double light plus 200, my nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, my nigga, talk about, they was talking about you was hitting your sister. Talk about that shit.
What about the gay lover rumor? Whatever happened to
I don't know that. You know, they said that. I don't know. I didn't stand behind it. You know, but at the end of the day, it's like, bro, dude was going at you. He doing a whole lot of woofing. He right over there on 85th on the wrong side of the 110. Right?
The wrong side?
You're on the wrong side of the 110, right?
It's on the other side.
Shit, the east side, right? That ain't his neighborhood over there. Shout out to the main streets, right? But nevertheless, what I'm saying is this. These dudes do a lot of bumping their gums. I'm going to sit back. When I'm doing this, it's not serious. I want to see.
Sometimes it's pretty serious.
Never.
Never?
Never. Because if it's that serious, you're not going to hear shit. This is designed to fuck with a person's mental. This is all I see this. And when I can move this dummy and say, yeah, that's why your hood go DP you. And at 8:30 in the morning, you walking around your park, I'm laughing like a motherfucker. I am laughing. I'm slapping R&B on the ass saying, baby, go make me a smoothie. I'm laughing. I'm sitting here trolling. Think about it. I went and found an ET and a fucking Geico lizard with his picture, right? That's from Picture in the Park. It's not serious to me. So for this to be serious to him and for me to see him sitting there out of character frowning, that's my victory. That's my W. And I'm controlling the algorithm. This motherfucker got all the way off his game, right? And everything was about me. I haven't been on my YouTube channel in about 2-3 months. Don't give a fuck about it. I'm not in that mood. I'm working, I'm doing other shit. But you know, when dudes get to whooping them, look, nigga, you know, if you want to do something, don't tell me what you want to do, just do it. If I'm serious, Adam, if I'm serious, Munchie B, all these dudes, like, bro, this is a blind dude.
But so do you plan on squabbling Ant Jefe?
Anybody step in front of me gonna get hands put on them.
But you won't go meet up with him?
Can't no little penguin midget nigga move me. I'm a G, my nigga. You can't. If you think you can dictate my movement, then that means you's a bozo whose movement can be dictated.
So if he wants a fade, what is he supposed to do?
Run and tell me. You know where to find me. Bro, we post flyers. If it's that serious, listen, this is what I'm gonna guarantee you. And Ant Jefe ain't no goddamn fool. We know what he dealing with. All you gotta do, anybody gotta do, is approach me. You gonna get everything you looking for, whatever you looking for. All this, you ain't gonna do. That was a smoke screen to the police.
What?
If you notice, I kept it comical. If it's that serious, don't talk about it on the internet. My whole thing is I'm trolling you. I'm keeping, nigga, don't sit no smoke screen out there being Wack got a problem. No, nigga, if it's that much a problem, let it be that. You a motherfucking crip, nigga. You don't owe me no warning. Like I don't owe you no warning. You live in a motherfucking spot to where in the camera's on, you can see your shelves and your countertop left or right. You in the matchbox over there off 85th. Right? When you did that dumbass shit, all you did was trigger all them niggas over there who don't like you for whatever reason. See that, he from the valley, he from Pacoima. Nigga, I'm from Southern California.
Why do you think people don't like him?
They don't. Anytime, I didn't even know what he said. Hey, Wack, cut right here. Cut right here. I'm telling them who. Whoop-de-whoop, cut off 85th, nigga, in the main streets.
You got spies.
Leave that nigga alone. Oh. No, what it is I got a lot of niggas I fuck with. A lot of niggas I fuck with from everywhere. So when you say dumb shit like that, niggas be looking for a reason, you know what I'm saying, to jump out there. It ain't that serious to me. You get what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of niggas that if I'm gonna spend that time and energy to do something to, that's there for to do that. But nigga, like, you going on the internet, that was police shit with he text. The Bloods bonded together to go down there and attack the Crips. Police shit. You, Adam, I understand you. You, anybody against Wack, you side with them. And that's cool, I don't give a fuck. But again, when it comes to this building, Adam, it's been times you like, yo, let's do this, do that. Listen, I don't need no 4-5 motherfuckers at my table. I don't need a bunch of fake motherfuckers. Them niggas sitting at the table talk about each other. Ant Jefe talks about Spoety face. It's weird. See, I know what's going on.
They all get along.
Man, Ant Jefe talks about that nigga like a dog.
What?
Tell that nigga put that on A-Tray Gangsta Crippy and tell me, yeah, Wack on A-Tray. I was on the phone when the nigga was getting DP'd. Talk about he to get DP'd. I was on the phone listening to the nigga get DP'd, talking to a nigga from 40s. So when I see this type of shit, right, you gotta put my shoes on, right? A dude that's been around. My circle is ancient because they've been with me 20, 25 years or better. I didn't weed it out, that type of shit. So when I see these type of dudes sitting next to each other, it's funny to me.
You like isolating yourself from everybody though, because like, you know, it just feels like there's so many people who are part of No Jumper now, and like historically, consistently, you've kind of like found a way to be at odds with like almost everybody.
What you
the
mean?
Entire Tuesday show, the only two people you get along with are me and Les, the
First
white
of
boys.
all, think about it. Spoety face is a fake. He was nice as a motherfucker when I took DC
but you
Baby
didn't
Draco up
have
there.
to take it there with him.
He took it there.
You were mad because he wasn't putting the podcast out for like a week. That
Had
didn't
nothing
have
to do with him.
turn
It ain't
into
his
you, like,
podcast.
attacking him.
It wasn't his podcast. It was Bro Rogan podcast.
Regardless.
And I'm watching all this fake shit go on.
But people say I fall out with everybody. But like if I did a podcast and it didn't come out for a week, I also wouldn't hop on social media and threaten them and be like, you got to put the podcast out.
No, this was the problem.
Like torching the relationship over that seems kind of crazy.
Ain't nobody. That nigga ain't, who the fuck is he? Let's be real, Adam. He ain't nobody.
That is the attitude right there that you don't even want to get along with anybody.
He ain't nobody though. But what I'm saying is, here go the problem.
You respected him enough to go on his podcast.
No,
prior
I did
to
that for Bro Rogan, not him.
Okay.
And the homie from Santa Ana. That's a Damu, right? I did that for them. Really, for Bro Rogan, right? What I didn't like.
You also instantly fell out with.
No, nigga, I told him the truth. Bro Rogan called me every motherfucking day and invited me to 15 parties since then. When you like Wack, you told me the truth. You kept it real. See, Ant Jefe is smart. He knows that with Wack, it's other shit goes on with Wack100. Now, I'm gonna keep it real. Dude got 2 daughters, right? So, could I with his page? I could have, but I believe he does that, and I believe dude is really a dad. So I wouldn't do that to him.
How are you gonna take down his page?
Cause I won't, nigga, to the art of war, nigga, ain't no fair in fighting. Nigga, if you woofing, only reason why I don't do Munchy B is because of the homies.
I'm just saying, like, how could you take his page down?
Easy. Same way I can, what you mean?
I mean, what are you gonna do? People tell me all the time I'm gonna get my page taken down, then I can't do it.
Who?
I don't know, random people. Like,
who can't do it?
YouTube is like notoriously a platform that's very hard to take advantage of.
You know what you don't do that they do?
What?
Run everybody else's content.
Yeah, but it's fair use.
No, it's not. When you file it right, it ain't. And guess what? I keep a bunch, about 5 people on everybody's channel. I can hit a nigga right now and say, go at it. They gonna go at it.
All right, so there you go. So I want to see me looking like up to the side because I got my whiteboard over here. I just took down a couple of points that I wanted to make sure I comment on and I ain't miss out on. All right, so first we're gonna start like this. This whole situation, whatever Wack claim that happened didn't happen, we're gonna take it with a grain of salt because one of the things that Wack mentioned is, and he always mentioned, is him trolling content. So with that being said, and for those that been rocking with me, and if you knew, you know I'm not a Wack hater. I'm not a part of the Wack hater club. I'm not a part of the Wack cheerleader club either. Call it straight down the middle, whether you like it or not. You feel me? So that's why y'all got the comment section to speak y'all piece. You know what I'm saying? I don't delete no comments, none of that. I don't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, get in the comment section, speak your piece. You feel me? So one of the first thing that Wack said was when all this popped off, that he texted Ant and everything, you know what I'm saying, and basically told him like, yo, dude's talking about him, blah, blah, blah. Now, trying to remember if Ant mentioned something about him getting attacked. I believe he did say it was something about Wack texting him when everything first started off, all right? But apparently things went left after that, you know what I'm saying? Because according to Wack, at the time that he spoke about it, the first time speaking to Ant, he didn't know about everything else that Ant said, because at that time he only knew about like one video, but he didn't know about the content that Ant made after. And the homie Bumpy apparently put him on like, nah, it's some other things. So this is when shit started to go left. So now, through him breaking everything down on his issue with Ant, let me say this. What Ant covered, I'm not gonna hold him to the fire for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna hold him to the fire for that, because the homies that did it, they made video of it. And I'm a firm believer is once you decide to put whatever out there, it's free. It's free for anybody. It's free for anybody to do their content on. I'm just not personally into the exposing part, which is one of the things that Wack100 do that I don't do. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do, but I definitely react to whatever he decided to expose if I feel like it's worth reacting to. So I'm not gonna hold Ant to the fire for this. You know what I'm saying? So now, throughout Wack explaining, it seemed like it's a bigger issue with the way Ant told the story, not so much of what he said. Like, yeah, he made hints like, oh, you saying this and saying that, you know what I mean? And possibly making things bigger than what it is because of the police, blah, blah, blah. cops saying, I don't foresee the police using what Ant said against whoever. Not to mention, it's been said in other videos that police was there. You know what I'm saying? When the fights were happening and everything. Now, he mentioned about somebody that possibly somebody could have had got stabbed or stuff like that. I don't know about that. I just know phase was happening. You feel me? So if the police was there, I mean, you're not telling them anything new, right? So he break down like, you know, out here we don't tell the story the way Ant told the story, as if he was making the Crip scene weak. Now Adam was like, well, he ain't that Crip. You know what I'm saying? Like those was 40s. So of course Wack, you know, basically try to throw a little thing out there by saying, oh, so what you saying because he not a 40, that's why he making it seem like they was basically the people getting attacked, the blah, blah, blah. Hinting to the fact that for those that don't know, the 8 trays and the neighborhoods do not have a good relationship. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like Wack was trying to be a little extra at, you know what I'm saying, by throwing that in there. You know what I mean? Making it, you know, seem like it could have been something like that. But that's neither here or there for me. My thing is, if it happened the way it happened, I'm a firm believer in keeping it real. So if it happened like that, it happened like that. Whether the blood's getting attacked, because if people mount up the troops and then go at you, technically that's being attacked. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how else to even describe that. You could use whatever word, or the ops slid on us, try to slide on, however you try to word it, they was getting attacked. I don't see how that belittles anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, hoods get attacked by opposing hoods and all that happened in gang banging. You know what I mean? Like, and if somebody get the upper hand, that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is this, and this go to Wack, Mr. You know, one of his favorite saying, the truth can never be considered disrespect. So if that's the truth of what happened, I don't see how this was disrespectful to anybody. If it's told the way it happened. Now, it was extras put on it, I can understand that. If it was something taken away from it, I can understand that. But shit, from even my knowledge, the way Ant was breaking it down was the way it happened. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know about we don't tell stories like that, because basically you saying that out there in Cali, the culture is to water down situations to not make your homies look like this. What happened to them. Hey, if that's the culture, I ain't got nothing to do with that culture, because I keep it real. You know what I'm saying? And my homies keep it real where I'm from. So, and I don't think that he could speak for the whole Cali or Los Angeles saying that dudes gonna feel some type of way about how Ant told this story. So boom. Next you got, he claimed that through all of this, you know what I mean, some Crips, because of where Ant is located at, that some Crips gave Wack the drop like, yo, Ant be over here, which apparently is not his side. You know what I'm saying? It's the main street side. You feel me? If I ain't mistaken, that's who Wack said. Correct me on that. I might have slipped on that, but I believe he said that's the main street. But either way, it belonged to a gang of Crips that I guess is not favorable towards the 8 trays. All right. And that's where I guess Ant shop, the shop that he liked to drop his videos from, when you see everything in the background. I guess that's the shop that Wack talking about. And he claimed that other Crips basically gave him a drop like, yo, he over here, blah, 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 because apparently Ant got some people that don't like him anyway, which could be true, because it's gang banging. You feel me? Like, you always gonna have somebody that don't like you, no matter how cool of a dude you is, just based off of where you from. You know what I'm saying? We all go through this. All gang members, real gang members that's really outside, it goes through that. You're never gonna be able to please everybody once you belong to a gang, because we all have ops. So that could be true. That could not be true. I'm not gonna say it's not, because apparently dudes be reaching out to Wack for the fact they got Wack calling up to No Jumper with who was on the phone and getting that Gumby, by the way, free Gumby. You know what I'm saying? I heard he got bags and everything. But yeah, so that could be true, you know what I'm saying? And if that's the case, I mean, I can't say nothing about that, because if y'all the ops to the 8 8 trays, ain't nothing. Y'all don't owe them no loyalty, but y'all all Crip. We all know banging. We don't all be looking at each other that way. We all blood. We all Crip. Niggas that might say that, but in the streets, we know it's a division on both sides. Like, let's keep it real. So that could be true. You know what I'm saying? Now, one of the reasons why I got Spoety face in the thumbnail is because something that Wack said could possibly trigger something. Now, he said that, you know, dudes up here be faking like they like each other, blah, blah. And Ant done told me something. He said, tell Ant to put on 8 tray. This still could all be a trolling thing. But, of course, we all know Adam gonna bring this up to Ant, probably like on the Tuesday show. I believe that, yeah, that's the Tuesday show that him, Munchie B, Adam, Lush, they all be on it to get a Spoety face. So everybody gonna be around each other. So I know this is gonna get brought up. You know what I mean? And that's gonna be, now if Ant be on some shit like, man, I ain't gotta put nothing on my set. I ain't say that, but I ain't got to put it on my set. Now if he do that, that could still be like a because then that's gonna get Wack100 like, hey, he ain't put it on his set. Dudes put everything else on their set and on the dead homie and stuff like that. So if Ant didn't say that, hopefully he do be like on some shit like, man, I ain't on 8 tray, I ain't do all that, boom, and just knit that part in the butt. Even though dudes lie on their sets, I ain't gonna lie, niggas be lying on their sets, they dead homie, they niggas be lying. But I'm not gonna just assume that Ant would be lying if he put it on his set, you know what I'm saying? But if it turned out to be true that he was on the phone while Spoety Face was getting DP, after Spoety Face was saying how he didn't get DP, which Big for Extra apparently did end up getting him DP sometime not too long ago. I covered some of the video on that. If he was on the phone, I don't know who he'd be on the phone with as an 8 tray. Who you on the phone with while a dude from neighborhood 40s is getting DP? That would be like a breach in security. That'd be crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That turned out to be true. So I don't know how true that is. You know what I'm saying? That just don't even sound like real gang politics. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you have one of your enemies on the phone while one of your homies getting DP? I ain't gonna lie. I'm not believing that. But we're gonna see what Ant gonna say about that. But that could be an issue. You feel what I'm saying? That could be an issue because of the history there. But Wack could also be doing what Wack do. You know what I'm saying? And as Ant just called him not too long ago, the agent of chaos. You know what I'm saying? So he could just be trying to make dudes question certain things. You know what I'm saying? About the next person. I don't know. So during all this, he took shots at Baby B Brazy also, you know what I mean, real quick and everything, brought up talking about his charger and everything. But one of the things he said that I'm wondering Brazy gonna drop a video on, because I ain't seen no video from Brazy in some days, so I'm wondering if something happened. But one of the things that he said, which was crazy, was, you know, saying that he was hitting his sister. Now, hitting could be like a physically hitting, but the way Wack was saying it, I don't think he was talking about like abuse. I think he hitting it. I heard Wack use the word hitting, talking about smashing, you know what I mean, getting them buns. I heard him use that term hitting in reference to that in other situations. So I'm guessing that's what he's talking about. Because even if he say he was hitting his sister, like sometimes siblings fight, you know what I'm saying? So for him to say that in that type of light, as far as physical, they fighting wise, I don't think it'd be worth him playing the game or troll game, if that's what he's doing, trolling right now. I think he's trying to say like some incest was going on. And we all that watch Baby B Brazy know how you feel about his sister. You know what I'm saying? Sister passed away, you know what I mean, from cancer and everything. He loved his sister to death. He talk about his sister all the time. So this could definitely be something that's gonna make Brazy respawn. You know what I mean? Now, is there any truth to this? Once again, we talking about Wack, so we don't know. It could be all a trolling mechanism. You know what I'm saying? It could all be a troll, because they like how Spoety Face also was saying about him messing with some gay dude. I ain't heard nothing about that since the interview poster came out. I ain't heard about no interview coming out. None of that. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna see, you know what I mean? We gonna see, but that's like crazy to play like that, you know what I mean? But Wack don't have no limits. I ain't gonna lie, like he be content for him, like he don't care. He's all about the shock value, and it is what it is to him. So like I said, I ain't seen Baby B Brazy in some days, so I don't know if he still got his phone. We all know he be losing his phone, losing the channel. Anything could have happened, but hopefully he's smooth. You know what I'm saying. And if he is, I'd be looking for a reply to that right there. So in reference to the fade, because Ant did say that he ain't trying to go back and forth no more. Like, the bro want a fade, let's do that. You know what I'm saying? And basically, we all know Wack had all these fades supposed to have happen. We still waiting for the fade all the way back with what's the dude named J Diggs. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I ain't gonna lie, it's been a lot of fades called out and nothing caught. You know what I'm saying? The only situation we know about is that I've seen was with the Stitches situation and them two white boys. With the two white boys, some people say that was a play, some people say that wasn't. I don't know, because one of them was leaking. I don't know, you playing like that. And Stitches, it was a situation with the game. Stitches came in, Wack stepped in front of the game, put Stitches out. That was real. So we seen situations, but for one, you don't get too much brownie points for doing anything to a white boy. Not saying white boys can't fight, because all I gotta do is use an example easy, like the UFC. Is a lot of white boys in UFC, and they get busy. You know what I'm saying? And outside of UFC is the same thing. Don't get it twisted. Do not sleep on nobody because of their race. You would be a fool to do so. But in the hood, we gotta keep it real. In the hood, most of the white dudes you come across, if you come across any like that, 9 times out of 10 they don't be like that. Not with the hands, you feel me? They don't be like that. You know what I'm saying? So you really don't get no brownie points for beating up them. You know what I'm saying? So people be taking that from them. But as far as these orchestrated fades, I ain't gonna lie, we ain't seen none of them yet. We ain't heard none of them being caught. And his thing is, I'm a boss, I'm a OG nigga, blah, blah, blah. I don't move on nobody else's time. You know how to catch me. That's what he said about Ant. Like, Ant know how to catch me and everything, but Ant know what it is. He ain't stupid and all this and that. Now, Wack is a person that I don't believe he's that easily accessible. Yes, people know when he gonna come up to no jumper. Even though it's not live, they know he come up and record it. I've even heard him say like they record like on Thursday, I don't believe, Thursday or Friday, one of them days. I remember him saying that they release it on Sunday. Now I'm saying, so yeah, technically you can be caught, but it's like we all know he don't be by himself most of the time. You know what I mean? Like, he don't be by himself most of the time. And dudes don't be trusting doing things with him because, a lot of people feel like he the cops, he the police and all that. Now, some could be using that as a cop-out, but I don't think everybody using that as a cop-out. Like, everybody's scared of Wack. At the end of the day, Wack is just a human being. You feel me? At least that's how I see it. No nigga is on here is God or born on Krypton or you Superman. So I just think some people just move with caution when it comes to dealing with Wack because they feel like they're gonna end up getting bagged dealing with him. You know what I'm saying? But one of these days he gonna have to run into somebody. You feel me? He's gonna have to run into somebody, and we're gonna see how that one go. You feel me? So that's what he said in reference to like this, like an orchestrated fade. It had to be like you catch him, you play. We're gonna take it where it goes. So another claim he made was the dude bro Rogan. And I'm touching this real quick. The dude that does the podcast with Spoety Face and the other guy, I forget, he's a Pyro homie. I don't know his name, but they all do their show together. And he's like, yo, bro Rogan still be on the phone with me, hitting me up, blah blah blah. Now, I don't know how true that would be because I know after the last situation with DC Baby Draco and everything, bro Rogan had some choice words about Wack100 and everything. So I don't see how after all that, Wack would even be taking his phone calls and all. I don't even see that. Don't even seem right. You know what I mean? But if that turned out to be true, of course, that's going to cause some issue between Spoety Face and bro Rogan. You know what I'm saying? Because that would be like, bro, you said one thing, but then you doing another and everything. But that could also be just another Wack tactic to, try to create some divide or some doubt. You know what I mean? So I don't know about that, but I had to touch on that because I'm like, damn, that is true, bro. Rogan is a weird dude for that. You know what I'm saying? Because you was talking all this certain way, but then you still doing things that you claim you ain't doing. So now, one of the last things that he was talking about was the fact that how he got the power. Like, if he wanted to, he could take dude's channel down, blah, blah, blah. Adam was doing some pushback. He like, man, a lot of people said that about me, and I ain't lost my channel yet. Now, me personally, I don't know how to take somebody's channel go. I know if you get a certain amount of strikes, you can lose your channel. You get a lot of people like mass reporting your channel, I guess, showing certain things, like what happened with Brazy, for instance, and apparently what happened to one of Ant channels. You know what I mean? Like, you talking about dudes and everything, they could try to word, I guess, like, oh, he bullying, blah, 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 and this is like violation of YouTube terms that could get your channel took. But if it ain't none of that, I don't see how he could do that. But he did say, like, dudes that cover other people's content, me being one of them, that is loopholes if you really want to go after somebody's channel. Now, like I said, I don't know enough about that to doubt it. You know what I mean? One thing about me, if I don't know, I say I don't know. And if I think I know something, I say it, and it come out to be wrong, I don't mind getting back on here and saying, man, I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? My bad. This situation, I don't know. I never try to get nobody channel took or none of that. But I understand Wack do that. Like, I remember, I know of other situations, even one situation he mentioned about Hassan Campbell, and I believe Hassan Campbell did verify, like, Wack did do that. You know what I mean? Back when they was having a situation, you know what I'm saying? And I know it's a rapper in New York, Wack, like, bought his freaking name, his copyright, because he ain't do the correct type of copyright, something like that. So Wack will play them games with you. And that, I don't fault nobody if we beefing, because I'm a person that understands a lot of things. I mean, when it comes to like beefing, war or whatever, I'm a person that understand, like, it ain't no rules in war. Even though people try to put rules and everything on it and say you can't do this or this shouldn't do this. Listen, the only thing with me you shouldn't do is run to the police. But if it's on, it's on, and you can't dictate nobody else's action. I'm a firm believer in that. Everybody gonna have a reaction. You can't dictate that though, no matter how much you want to. You feel me? So when he said, like, I could play this type of gameplay, I be sparing dudes, you know what I'm saying, sparing Munchie B, because he one of the homies. He in contact with some of the Inglewood family homies, so he don't want to do that to him. Ant, because the Ant got kids and everything, and that feed his kids, he don't want to do it to him. Him saying that though, it's still like another way of like trying to little man nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though he said, like, he put it out there like he's doing a favor, but he put it out there as a hint. Don't forget what type of power I got. He basically doing that. So this probably gonna spark a reaction also, like, from Munchie B. You know what I'm saying? Probably like, you know, Munchie B can't stand Wack. You feel me? So all in all that being said, you know what I'm saying, we don't know what's true and what's false. I know people viewing this right now are probably gonna hop in the comment section like, that nigga lying. Some people are gonna hop in the comment section, which I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. When I cover Wack, you don't really hear nobody on Wack's side. I ain't gonna lie. Like, y'all be slaying. You feel me? And I can understand why he's not the easiest person to like, because of everything he get in. He be involving himself in. But you know, hey, that's him. You feel me? You make that bed, you gotta lay in it. You know what I'm saying? He don't seem like he mind laying in it. You feel me? So, hey, we're gonna see what come of this. But I don't really see too much coming besides just more content from the different parties. You know what I mean? And I don't know if this would force a response out of Ant, even though Ant said he wasn't gonna touch on it no more. But this might force him to respond. Because one thing I will say about Ant before I close this out is, I rock with Ant, you know what I'm saying? His content and everything. I don't agree with everything with his approach to everything. But for the most part, though, I really don't have no disagreements with Ant. But one thing I will say about him is that whether he want to admit it or not, he say, man, I don't listen to the comments. You will hear him say that a lot. Man, I don't care what the comments say. I don't care about what people talking about. But he's always addressing what people talking about, and with a lot of emotion. Like, he always get hyped, voice get up, his face start getting all twisted every time. Maybe he don't even notice he's doing that. You know what I'm saying? But it seemed like you really, like, Ant do really care what people say about him, whether he try to, you know, a lot of as men, you know, we got egos and everything, pride and all that. So we might not want to let people know that you're really getting to me. You know what I'm saying? But your actions speak louder than words. So your words say one thing, but your actions, when even reading the freaking chats and all that, while he on freaking live, but on his own videos, he will address a lot of what people say about him. And a lot of times he'll say, man, I don't get these dudes. Now, I mean, I don't know why. Blah, blah, blah. And I'll be saying, I'm like, damn, bro, like, you know, this is like the content space. So wasting your time saying, like, addressing and saying, I don't know why, you're going to be saying that your whole career. Because trolls is going to happen. Dudes going to comment on what you say. You know what I mean? None of us that get on this YouTube is going to be like immune. Oh, that's not even the word I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? None of us is going to be excluded from the BS. You know what I mean? None of us is going to be excluded from the troll. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not going to happen. Like, you get on here, even if it's just one person, somebody, whether it's another content creator or just the people in the comment section, somebody gonna be talking ish about you. I've dealt with it. We all deal with it. And guess what? I be responding to it too. You know what I'm saying? But for me, it's like, I don't be caring. You feel me? I just respond to it because I just like talking ish back. You talk ish to me, I'm talking ish back. But I ain't getting all super duper tight. You feel me? Unless, and I don't even say I get tight even if I hear like a certain comment. But certain comments I have responded to with a little more oomph on it. You know what I mean? When somebody just say something completely like slow, like you slow in the brain for real. You know what I'm saying? And I just doing this to make you feel stupid. You know what I'm talking about? But outside of that, man, I be cracking up. You feel me? I be cracking up. Like, it just legit don't be bothering me. So I don't know. But we're going to see what's going to happen. I mean, we're going to see what's going to happen. So with that being said, and I know this has been a lengthy one, but like I said, man, I'm rocking out for this. I don't even care. I mean, we're going to rock out and hopefully y'all appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? But you already know though, man, it's ATM Wavy, aka Mr. OMG, and you know it's me in this Wavy's world. Salute to all of you, the surface, for pulling up. You know, I appreciate it every single time, and I appreciate y'all hit that like, that comment, and that sub, and holler at the blood. Join the Surfer Nation. We always waiting. Hit that hype too. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? So you already know, man. It's last but not least. Always look both ways before you cross that street. I might blaze one because you might get hit. Wavvy. But if the boy tall slick, I'ma blaze some.